With Star Citizen FR 4.0 being released and also the Pyro system along with it, one should expect new opportunities when it comes to being an industrialist player, right? When you want to do some trade or even some mining as well. Now, we've done already a couple of trade videos for 4.0. More will come in the future. I'm working on something pretty big here, but I'm also working on discovering new opportunities for mining. What are the differences between the standard system and the Pyro system? Is it actually worth it mining in the Pyro system? So far, what I found was that the clusters, whether they are on planet side or in space, are more interesting. There are more clusters of rocks on planet side, I've noticed, and usually the density of the materials found inside is more interesting, less inert materials and slightly more valuable materials as well. I've also found that mining in space in Pyro is pretty good as well, with quite interesting amounts of Bexelite, Terranite, gold, and also for the first time I have found some Riccite, as you are going to be seeing right here. Now, unfortunately, that Riccite blew up very quickly, so be very careful. It seems that the Riccite does not have a very big density in the rocks, and so you're gonna have to be super careful when you are mining those rocks, otherwise they're just going to be blowing up very quickly. Now, Riccite is even more interesting than some of the other mineables that you can find. Gold, for example, is sold between 6.1 to 6.3 thousand FIUEC per SCU. Terranite is a little bit more expensive, between 8 and 9,000 FIUEC per SCU, so that's definitely something that you want to have, right? But Riccite is sold between 11 to 12,000 alpha UEC per SCU, so it definitely makes it worth taking the trip to the Pyro system and then refining over there. So overall, I went back to my refinery. I am based in MIC L2 temporarily, but it seemed like with the whole load here in this prospector, which was upgraded, I have 48 SCU of raw materials in my prospector, and this whole load here was getting me, in terms of raw materials, 70 to 7,000 alpha UEC, which is already pretty good for raw materials. If I refine them, it cost me quite a lot of money to refine that, about 10,000 alpha UEC, but just the gold itself that I found in the Pyro system, if I sell that, that's 14 SCU, that's going to get me 88,000 alpha UEC. So that's a pretty interesting payout, and that's not counting even what's what else I found here. So it's probably a whole of well over 100,000 of UEC, and I'm pretty sure we can make even more if we don't blow it up. So that's definitely something that will come out in the future. But what I'm going to be doing next, so as you can see, I have a C2 Hercules that's going to be filled very soon. This was my last load, and then I'll be selling everything at various locations across the Stanton system. But definitely, I think that it's going to be worth setting base in the Pyro system. At first, people were asking me, Eride, why didn't you do that? And I was answering in the comment section that I was kind of afraid of pirates, because all of that hard work could be gone in an instant if I get hijacked or pirated. But the reality is, after going to the Pyro system for quite a few times just for refueling or just exploring, I haven't met anyone, and I haven't met any hostility, any pirate. It seems like all the gankers, the criminals, they're all at the outpost, right? But in space, it seems to be pretty quiet so far. Also, I was afraid of the jump point between Pyro and Stanton, but when you are at Stanton Getaway and you're about to jump to Stanton, there are no hostilities there, because there's a UEE station there which also monitors what's happening, so you can get a crime stat if you are being naughty over there. So I guess this is how CIG managed to control ganking or camping outside of the jump point. I think that works. That's really good mechanisms here. So that's why I think that mining in the Pyro system might be profitable, and it's something that I will be trying out in the future. All right, so that's what I had to report here. Riccite was found. So where did I find it? I found it at some of the Lagrange points around Pyro 1. So that's also worth it. Don't go to the Lagrange points themselves. It's best if you go to the asteroid clusters around those Lagrange points. But otherwise, yeah, it seems like it can be definitely something worth checking out that can get you even more money than what you'd get in the standard system. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in the next one.